Previously on Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker.
I mean, I feel like she's already been on top of it.
There you are.
They actually added Gaia to the MSQ.
I waited and waited, but you never came. What have you been doing here?
What? Oh, now that is actually great.
Gaia!
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this MSQ started. I'm gonna be continuing my MSQ for Endwalker until we get to Dawntrail with my paladin class, of course. When one door closes, where's this gonna be at? Isambard. So we're going to Rods Han? Oh, interesting. Oh, by the way, Jag put in the Discord chat of the relic weapons, and I like a lot of them, but I kind of wish I could change the color of some of the effects and stuff. If we have enough time, I might end up trying to get some of that tonight as well. Okay, when one door closes, Rashawn has a message from Charlian, and I see there's Kryl, and I see we get that backpack once we finish the MSQ. I think we get it after we finish the MSQ. Anthony, one of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students about Destiny request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I hope that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldesion Enix at once. Ojika awaits your arrival. Oh, okay. Make sure the volume's good here. We all good? Yeah, we good. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Ashdaya the city, from notable landmarks to the people's lives. There is still much more for her to see. Oh yeah, Ashdaya's right there. Dang it, I should have tried to spoke to her or something. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. And I think that's gonna happen at some point in the future. I think that's gonna be like, that's gotta be 8.0 or something. It's gotta be. Alright, it feels like it's been forever since I've been here, but let's get it going. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Anthony. I gather you received our message. Please await here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Thank you for coming on such notice. And forgive us for sending you for so soon after your trial in the Void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence, but Aaronville. He stopped by recently. Asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. Really? I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Sorry, it's been a little while since I've been able to read these. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Anthony to meet. The Female Hrothgar. He also mentioned that he will be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? Yeah, let's do it. Time to hit the books. Oh, she had the earring on? Like the actual clover earring? I didn't even notice it. Dang, I should have paid attention. Yeah, here we go, the studium. She did? What? Wow. I gotta see it again. I gotta pay attention this time. All right, where are they at? Where are they at? There's so many people here. I see Graha right here. Aaronville's early return likely has something to do with his visitor. Who could it be, I wonder? Oh, who could it be? Now then, where's Aaronville? It'd be funny if that was him who just teleported.
Erenville!
Oh, she is wearing the earring. Oh.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Where's she at?
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
Oh, there she is.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is him. The adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain he's no ordinary man. I'm Wuk Lamet, claimant to the throne of Tural.
Wuk Lamet? Wuk Lamet? Hey, she looked good in game too.
Tural.
It's Tural's governing nation.
Dang, look how big she
Bears
is.
the same name.
She's huge.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Those eyes. They're so wide. They remind me of a cat.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course.
Yeah, compared to
Soon, an event
Kryles.
of great import will be held in Tural. The right of succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning.
Right. And I've noticed she's a warrior main as well.
I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
Who said that?
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Sure, why not?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuk Lamet, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tural is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
Wait, that's the person we seen fighting in the trailer.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, You could do far worse than come with me. Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Oh yeah, I was already interested once you said adventure. You have my complete attention. This is strictly a rumor, nothing more. Golden City? I've heard about it before. I mean, yeah, we've pretty much been all over the place, but... you got my complete attention.
We're going to get along, you and I. Tural has no shortage of unexplored frontiers and deadly fiends. You'll never want for excitement, I promise you.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Oh. The grandfather connection. I know, he's been side-eyeing her.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions.
I do like Erinville's side-eye. It's really funny.
So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Oh, really? A hunt? Hey, I'm down for it. What are you trying to hunt? What are you trying to hunt? An S rank? Sure, we can do it. Let's do it. Oof. Alright, now let's talk to all our companions here. This is the long and short of it. At the very least, I ask that you go on this hunt of hers and take her measure for yourself. Okay? Let me get a good look at you. Her in-game model looks really good. So where to for our hunt? The stronger the prey, the better. I don't know. Graha seems like he knows where. A journey to Tural. The game is afoot. Graha appears equal parts bewildered and excited. You want to hunt Moogles? Oh no, that's gonna be terrible. The chance to see not only Tural, but the Fable's Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventurers, myself, friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in a manner as she suggests. I agree. I'm not certain of what might be a suitable location for her hunt. However, when I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. He went there not long ago and coiled some unruly fauna, of course. But according to the recent reports, other ordinarily docile fauna has grown savage. It's believed that they've been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. Yeah, sure, why not? The isle isn't far, and we will also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I'm honing my skills against some of the furious beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. I wonder if we get to see some of the animation for the female Hrothgars while we're here. It's the Isle of Ham. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions, Tural. My apologies, but I must see some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. She's gonna get her Pictomancer stuff. She's changing into her Pictomancer already. Look at her go. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Ooh, I wonder if we get to see any of the combat for both of these characters. Like, see the combat for Kryl's Pictomancer, which I don't think they're gonna do. And also the combat for Wuk. It's gonna take me some time before I get to know her name. You call her Miss Tokyo? I don't know about that. We only just met. I'm gonna already call someone Miss Tokyo. As of right now, there is no Miss Tokyo. No Miss Tokyo. As of right now. Okay, here we go. Are we getting the dungeon or no? Aaronville, what you got to say? We have loaned a ship from one of the captains of a cheery fellow. I can operate the vessel, so we don't need to trouble him to take us. Okay. Raha? Kryle was acting a little strange, don't you think? This is just a simple hunt. I wonder what preparations she needs to make. Oh no, it's an instance thing. Okay, that's fine. So we have the ship. We have to take a ship? Ugh, I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's good for a cause. A hunt. Come on, let's get going. On boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence and are recommended as you assign significant time, such as streaming. Yeah, sure. Yeah. We're fine. Yep. Yep. Single's a Pringle. Even though Pringles aren't. Whatever. Item level is synced to 660. Oh, that's interesting. Yo, Space Velocity, how's it going? Good to see you. How you been?
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Tural. Oh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
A white bear.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know.
She's in hunt mode.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Charlian.
Maybe we have met him.
He has. Kona's my second older brother, and until recently he was a student in this city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studio? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret.
I wonder why.
Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in.
Wait, what?
He's adopted like me, you see.
Oh, he's in Makote.
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain, hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
Yeah, I'm doing really well. It's patch day, and I'm excited for the patch, of course. It's a story that's leading up to the next expansion, so I'm doing really well. Okay, search for signs of your prey.
The researchers should be just ahead.
Come.
There. The building to the northeast.
Okay.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try.
Oh, hey. Okay, I wonder if she's gonna be...
Right. Let's hunt our fill.
Alright, I'm turning my tank stance on. I don't know if she's taking the lead or not, but I'm gonna end up taking it. We got 2 tanks. Wait, is Arenville fighting with us? Oh no, he's chilling in the background. He's like, I'm gonna leave the fighting to you 2 or you 3. Alright, let's keep moving.
Look! Someone's in trouble.
Yeah, taste my axe.
Out of context, that would not sound too good.
Usually so docile.
Oh, the cute little sheep is trying to fight us too. Alright. Yeah, yes, thank you. Well, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the ones who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are. Anthony the Adventurer who saved our star. With that, our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment. Okay.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
What was up? Did I do something?
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
If you come to answer the petition, you should speak with my colleague here. Okay, I just wanted to talk to you too. Alright, what you got for me? The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skills here to aid us. A creature of unknown origin has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not to go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all of this. If you should find anything at all, we will be most grateful if you would share it with us. Okay? Let's get started. Yeah.
I'll handle this.
Oh, what's she getting ready to do? Go for it. What are you gonna do?
Ew.
Hey, that's a skill not.
Is that all?
What? Very impressive. That is not a skill that warriors have. What the heck? She's over here doing stuff that we can't even do yet. Struck down, defeating the territory. Must like. What have we here? Okay, I can't. Yeah, I can't talk to anybody else. Okay. Yeah, she did a skill that warriors don't even have. And she's a warrior, but I don't know. You find ravaged beast remains, torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
I see something over here. You found feathers are scattered about the ground. There are signs of fierce struggle.
Feathers.
A fierce
Do they
struggle.
belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
Roasted. Matter of fact,
I assume it's even safe to eat.
I say grilled. Can we grill it? I like a good smoke taste. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still
They
fresh.
just took a dump.
Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
It just took a dump. Oh, even more.
Who knows? But if they're spoiling for a fight, they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
We found feathers and some ish. He said the beast is close. Yeah, it's gotta be. Should speak with the researchers first. I figured it was gonna be having feathers. Oh, but that's not the feathers we saw.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh, it's Toucan Sam. Toucan decided to go a whole nother direction.
What is that thing?
Oh, he talks too.
peeps!
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
I'm actually quite surprised she was shocked by that.
Come, Wuk Lamet.
Right.
Yeah, old Toucan Sam decided to go to the dark side. Taking out wildlife. Look at him. Hey. I guess Fruit Loops was not good enough no more.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Yeah, sure.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Caught me by surprise! Caught me by surprise!
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Oh, we're grilling them. We're having grilled Fruit Loops tonight. She wants it roasted. I want it grilled. Alright, let's get it.
Talk all you like, bird. I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Shut up already, you blasted bird!
Okay, so I gotta remember. Oh, that sounds like an AoE. Yeah.
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
My boy Graha playing as a black mage.
Quickly, gather together.
Well, not what I was expecting. Did he just took a dump on us?
Got you.
Oh, thanks.
That was too close.
Steady now.
Oh, she's got the thing buzzing now.
Damn it.
Well, I tried to put a shield on just in time for you.
Spread out, everyone.
Who paid for that?
Oh, one of these? Okay. Oh. I wonder if I can get it just on time.
Thank you.
All right, get out of there. Locking onto the NPCs. There we go. I ran right into that. That's okay. Really, I was in the middle of my combo.
That was hardly a tickle.
Oh, Graha's on double duty. He's over healing too. Wouldn't it be cool if Cryo was here with her Pictomancer? What was that?
We have you now, you loudmouth bastard!
She got all kinds of abilities that warriors don't have. What the heck?
Everything you have at it.
There we go. Interesting. A hint of future warrior abilities, maybe?
And I had barely limbered up.
Oh, she's shaking.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected.
I think I get a good understanding of her now. I see what's happening.
You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks, dirty tricks.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me.
Oh, Cryo. Oh, she's gonna use the Pictomancer abilities. Yeah, get killed with paint. Art is my life. I don't know.
Cryo?
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
You became an artist.
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuk Lamet.
Oh.
Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
No, you got to do something. We got to see one little skill, and that was nice enough. The Moogle Pop.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance.
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar rather than join you.
True.
It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Aw, it's cute. Oh, wow. Hey, they giving us a little demonstration. Cool.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
Whoa, they're actually referencing Realm from Final Fantasy VI? No, that can't be the same realm.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style.
It's probably the same realm? Maybe. I mean, that's really cool if they decide to do that.
What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tural. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
Oh, interesting.
What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Oh. So we got like someone else getting involved in trying to forge.
Given how culturally diverse Tuliyollal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, he would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
We're going to Solution 9 as a city in Dawntrail. And I'm just thinking of the story of FF9. Let's just keep going.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuliyollal.
Interesting.
I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there.
Oh yeah, I'm already Yeah, you know it.
In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Yummy. We're gonna grill it. Put that thing on the barbecue. Look at Kryl. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Look at you. Look at you, Kryl, as a pictomancer. Aw. So happy to have you actually joining the front lines with us. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Thanks to Wuk Lamet, we now know who sent the letter to grandfather, among other things, but many questions still remain. I understand Kryl's feelings all too well, the desire to do one's part. It can be daunting to try and keep up, but nothing will change unless we take the first step. Ah, what an exciting hunt that was, and now it's time to savor the reward. You bet. Where's my grilled toucan Sam? With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of calibre meat. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Charlian, the last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook for us. I forgot about that guy. Bringing back memories from the beginning of Endwalker, where I was like, is this really his name? Alright. Yeah, I'm just theorizing what could potentially be the story. So, the signature is actually her father's signature. And it sounds like her grandfather got involved in some type of way. Maybe translated from what her father was saying and all that. But then again, I was also kind of thinking maybe it's like clones or I don't know if I want to get to that point just yet, but we shall see. Hello, Dickon. It's been a while. Well, now there's a famished face I've ever seen one. What can I get you, Anthony? Well, I got meat, and I need you to do something with it. Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. I'll have just the recipe. Oh man, he is a cool NPC. He is. It's a new dish I recently learned from the sailors. And for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? I mean, we caught it. We better have as much as we like. Oh yeah, that looked good. Look like pork chops.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Oh, we got bread and tomato soup.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveler ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
0. Oh my gosh, I knew it. As soon as it said something about a spice, I was like, it's Zero's spice. It's totally Zero's.
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's nothing. I can't handle.
Oh, she's over here crying.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Seems like it.
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
Oh.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
Please enlighten me.
Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tural came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
Really?
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it.
Interesting.
The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies.
That does make sense.
That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tural? You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
Sure, I will wait 4 to 5 months whenever Dawntrail comes out for your answer.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Sure. Now, wait a minute. I haven't had my slice yet. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Judging by Wuk Lamet's reaction, it appears Turali cuisine isn't extensively fury. Whether Wuk Lamet has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I report our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the Enix later. Till then. Alright, see you later, Anvil. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let's take a sandwich. Graha. The coming dawn. Grahatia is mulling. Oh, is that our backpack? Grahatia is mulling over what he has learned of the Wuk Lamet and her plan. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wuk Lamet's situation. Still, you've been offered time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Tural? Nomenon is bound to have some information on the continent. It certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed, just that burying myself in books is making me sleepy. You know, to be honest, I'll have to agree with that. It will probably make me sleepy. But it might be good to be well informed. Quite right. Not only would it help you make an informed decision, but if you choose to go, you will better be prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. To the books! To the books, to the books. We're going to the books, to the books. Man, they love their books in Endwalker. The origins of the blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practice of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Tural. The tribe holds nature in the highest and is seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it. They have learned to harness the power of wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is named for the ceruleum deposit that wells up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallaki's art and make the animal's powers my own. As no man existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic, which is the Blue Mage. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallaki. I cannot think of the name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Well, there we go. Information about blue mages. I think blue mage and green mage potentially. There's a couple of I can't remember, but I think there's a couple of mages that came from Tural. History, geography, botany, the public archives alone should suffice to provide a solid grounding on Tural. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of the land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ambiguous papato, these crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tales of this culinary immigration begins in the year of 1498, the 6th astral era, when a Limsan sailor named Kataram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Kentarem spent several moons exploring inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Malaja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Kentarem would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition, he charted the land and gathered mirage root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Lamenza. The most notable of these was the papato, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Kentarem's expedition to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as the Golden City reached our shores by way of ship. To those outside of Kentarem's circle, Tural's largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Alright. Food. We're learning about food. Every land has given rise to the unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in the Eorzea, many and more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species, as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. It's called a wyvry. These ferocious scale skin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Momojal has succeeded in taming them and utilizing their progeny strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the wyvry is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. The Valagarmanda, okay, she was just talking about this earlier. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether its existence beyond myth, however, is uncertain. I think that's one of the enemies that they described in one of the fanfests. It's that long bird snake-looking thing. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents of Tural. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in the climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by man, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Alligans. It's always Alligans, who rose to the power of Alinard before advancing east into Isambard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by Garleans. Yeah. Meanwhile, although the desperate tribals of Tural waged war with one another for generations, stemmed by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hailing from frozen lands and withered beneath the desert sun, while those that thrive in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it, until the leader of Momojal succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament of the arc greatness? Having perused a wide selection of books related to Tural, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Grahatia will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. Oh, okay. Nah, I don't think I need to read any of these books again. I kind of got all the information. Don't need any more of it. You guys know I like to try to keep up with all the lore. I try. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books solely dedicated to the subject of Tural, I dare say you've found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let us continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. No talking in the library. Is that how you are, Tashi? You tell everybody to stop talking in the library? Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we've read a very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find reference to Tural within. Among them, did any in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken by the tale of Kataram. Papatos, I have newfound appreciation for them. Oh man, I didn't care for those potatoes, but now, them potatoes are life. The legendary city of gold. Okay, yeah, I like the tale of them. You're absolutely like that? No. Yeah, I think the tale of Kataram was pretty interesting. I guess a renowned Lemensan explorer who traversed the Indigo Deep and discovered the unknown West. And his accomplishments didn't end there. He traveled Tural extensively and even forged a friendship with the Dawn servants. If we were able to meet Kataram, with what things we could have learned. Alas, all of this happened nigh 80 years ago, and he may no longer be alive to tell his tales. True. Well, moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about alpacas, the wyverns, actually, all of these, but I think the most important one should be the last one, because Wuk mentioned it. Yo, Quinn, what's up? How are you? Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beast? Unfortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rules the skies. I should like to see it with my own eyes, assuming it even exists. Oh, Alize! I thought I heard familiar voices. Oh, and Alphano. Hello there, twins. Good to see you. How you been? Fancy running into you two here. Well, have some research on your own to do? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razad Han, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of you two? What endeavor brings you here to this day? Well, we ran into a female Hrothgar, and she told us about Tural, this place that we should be going to. You know, she was a little wild, but we had a lot of fun, and, you know. A nation composed of the desperate people of Tural. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We would do well to read up on Tural ourselves. The contest is Anthony only allowed to help Wuk Lamet? Oh, Alize wants to be a part of the contest. There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Wuk Lamet gave us the impression that she could have several champions. Oh, look at her. She's like, oh yeah. I think I know how to make the most of our respites. Follow me, Alphino. We have planning to do. Alize, wait. Would seem our plans have changed, if you excuse me. Oh, Alphino, you know what you want to go on an adventure, boy. You know you do. They never could rest on their laurels. Come, let us return to Enix. So we got our Alize and Alphino cameo for like last patch. But it makes sense that they kind of, you know, lead it to making us think, oh, we're gonna be doing this with them, you know. Oh, right over here. I probably didn't even have to teleport. No, I didn't even have to teleport. It's whatever. Oh, I see. Graha, you good?
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
I agree.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Wuk Lamet's request?
I never say no to a new adventure. I'm still undecided, to be honest. I'd rather not get involved in politics. I can't say no to a new adventure. Come on. Yeah, hopefully so. Gotta enjoy this story while you can.
Ha! I thought you might say that. With an intrepid attitude such as yours, I believe all shall be well. Be it the contest or something else, there will be many trials for you to overcome at your destination. But in the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Man, they really know how to tug at your emotions.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
You had to say that, Graha.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. Ah, but there's an idea. I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
What you doing? What you doing, my boy? Gosh, I love this song. Thancred? What is Thancred doing? We're still going. I think Thancred's probably going to pop in eventually. Welcome back, Anthony. If you're looking for Wuk Lamet, she is currently with the others in her chambers. If you like, I can go fetch them for you. Yes, please. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. Oh. See, the map over there, they're gonna have to expand it a little bit more. Yes. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, they're gonna have to expand that map a little bit more once we get to our new location. Which I don't know if they're gonna ever do it for real. Oh, and we're looking at it, of course.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I wish to boldly go where I've never gone before. I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it. I mean, both of them are really good. I'll go with the first one. It's a little more exciting.
Then you need me as much as I need you. Together we'll blaze new trails in Tural.
I know, I really like her voice. It's interesting.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Oh, Thancred's probably gonna tell Yuri, Anjay, and
say, what are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuk Lamet. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
just need the others.
You must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
A hundred things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
Oh, Alizé gonna go in.
First impressions last.
Good point.
"'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alizé."
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Yeah, you could definitely tell there's some English in her voice.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Erenville? You got something to say?
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
But, Raha...
Hey, don't look at me.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Oh.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
Aren't we missing a couple of folks? And I
suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
I definitely think they're still gonna get Graha to get with us too. Like he has to come at some point.
There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loperids. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies.
That makes sense. Yeah, the poster and all that, but I don't know. I still think there's still more things that's gonna be happening. It's a new map, isn't it?
Of your next great adventure, Tural.
Yeah. So he got a new map made. Okay. Makes sense. Especially learning from the Laperids. It is a big map. In time, marching forward, left behind. That can't be it. I feel like there's still more. They're playing it. That's it. Oh man, so we're ending it right there. Interesting. I definitely still think they're gonna find some type of way to get Thancred. Ooh, new art of everybody. I still think they're gonna find a way to get Thancred, Y'shtola, Estinian, Urianger, and Graha to come with us. Some way. This song is a jam. I love this song. Well, I want to see all the new character art and all that. Alphina looks great. Alisaie looks great. But yeah, now we have to wait for Dawntrail, however long that might be. Oh, Kryl. And this is when she was a white mage. She's no longer a white mage now. But it's the end of Endwalker. Endwalker's done. We're done with Endwalker. Oh, Graha looks good. It's exciting to see that we're done with Endwalker, moving on to the next expansion. I haven't had this feeling since finishing Shadowbringers. Y'shtola, ooh, that's nice of her. Yeah, I gotta see each and every one of these. Urianger was in the trailer and I know Graha was. Where's Y'shtola and Thancred there? Yes, everyone was there. Everyone was in the new trailer. Ooh, cool one for Estinian. What are my final thoughts for Endwalker? I loved Endwalker. I thought Endwalker was good. Oh, that's a cool art for Thancred. I think in terms of like finishing off the story of Final Fantasy XIV, Endwalker was great. It was great. Now, the patches, it felt very filler. It felt very fillerish. Oh man, that's a really cool one for Urianger with the cards. Ooh, those cards look cool. But the patches felt like filler. Patches felt like filler up until a certain point. I think patch 6.4, no, 6.5. 6.5 felt like it actually means something. And it felt like it was actually leading to maybe 8.0. But other than that, I loved it. I loved it. Oh, Heidelin Vanache, she looks so good. Yeah, base MSQ was amazing. Then the patches kind of just happened. Unless you're talking about this patch. This patch was a really good one. Oh, hi, yeah. Ooh, Xenos. I'm gonna really miss Xenos. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss Xenos. I kind of want him to be back in some type of way. We gotta have our friend back. And they're ending it with Xenos right there. Okay. Any special cutscenes or anything that's happening? Nothing? Nope, we're just doing a recap. Okay. Yeah, the Zero Golbez Ashdaya stuff felt like filler. Up until Growing Light. Xenos can stay gone forever. I can understand that some people don't like Xenos. I can understand that. I like Endwalker Xenos. Endwalker Xenos is a lot better than Stormblood Xenos in my opinion. Yeah. Well, I still think we'll see Zero. I think we'll see Zero in 8.0. I feel like a lot of... Because at first, it felt like filler for the patches. But at the end of it all, I feel like we might see Zero again in 8.0. It might lead to 8.0, whatever that might be. I think I was messing around saying it might be like Miss Viewer as a story or something. I don't think we'll see her in 7.0. I don't think so. I think it's definitely going to be 8.0. We'll be seeing Zero again. Whatever it might be on. You think we'll do more world travel? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll definitely see some more world travel. We still have the other shards that we haven't visited yet. It very much feels like this was leading up to traveling the different shards. There's still other planets that we have not even visited that I feel like Meteon was kind of hinting to. So yeah, I definitely see that. You're hoping we see Mericidia? Yeah, I would think that one of these days we might end up seeing Mericidia. One of these days. I just want them to go back to a smaller scale in stories. Like, I want them to go back to smaller scale stories, like how Heaven's Ward and Stormblood was. I want something like that. Maybe like a Realm Reborn as well. And then we can jump to the big, deeper stories like Shadowbringers and Endwalker. I kind of thought that world travel was done with Endwalker, but now that you say that, Reen is involved in 7.0 and there's some kind of cosmic thing going on in Dawntrail. Yes, those were my exact thoughts right there, because we still have Reen and Gaia being added to the MSQ. And I think there's definitely something going on with Reen and Gaia being added to the MSQ. That's a big deal. And then there's that whole Solution 9 thing that's going on in Dawntrail. So it's like, oh yeah, there's definitely something big that's going to be leading up at some point. I definitely think there's going to be something really big in the future. You're hoping Dawntrail's vibe is similar to Heaven's Ward? That's what I wanted too. I wanted Dawntrail to be very much like Heaven's Ward. Matter of fact, it's the same writer. The same writer as Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, and the Warlit story in Shadowbringers. That's all of the same writer right there. So I think we're gonna totally get like a Heaven's Ward 2.0 in Dawntrail. Yeah, smaller scale, but still impactful. That's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. Because even Heaven's Ward and A Realm Reborn and Stormblood, as small a scale as those stories were, they still lead up to Shadowbringers and Endwalker. they still led to this huge, big thing that's happening. So I'm expecting Dawntrail to just do the same exact thing. I agree. I definitely wanted a very impactful story. I don't want a Scion summer vacation, which I don't think we're gonna get a Scion summer vacation. We're totally not gonna get that. Like, I think we're definitely gonna have some really big, huge moments in Dawntrail. Like, yeah, it's gonna be focused on the contest and everything that's happening in the contest. But I think we're gonna have, like, once the Solution 9 stuff starts coming around, I think that's gonna be the major focus of it. Like, we're gonna start finding out a bunch of things that are happening to this new world and all that, and why the contest seems very rigged and all that. I think that's what's gonna happen. Plus, I'm getting huge FF9 vibes from Dawntrail. Come on, with the jobs, Viper is a reference to Zidane. Then Solution 9 itself, that's a move that Zidane does. And if you know the story of Zidane, then like, and then you see the way that Solution 9 looks like, oh yeah, that's totally leading up to something. It's totally leading up to something. But what is that? What is it that they're leading up to? I just know there's a lot of FF9 references that are going on in Dawntrail. With the nature and technology, like advanced technology, like come on. Yeah, I think there's gonna be like summer vacation and like a lot of gut punches. Well, yeah, we did say the exact same thing. We did, but come on now. I think a lot of people who played FF9 caught on to it very quickly when it came to Viper and Solution 9. Oh, I think this is new. Zero and Gobez? Oh, that's new. I don't think we've seen that in a cutscene or anything. Oh, this is new too. Ashdaya and Vershawn flying around. Or, not Vershawn, you know. That's cute. Brother and sister together once again. Credits are credits, to call it a win? Fair enough. Fair enough. They're just credits. The real cutscene starts now. In case you wonder about your passage to Tural, Erenville will arrange a ship through his guild. You will need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well on your coming adventures. Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Yeah, it's probably going to take 4 to 5 months whenever the expansion happens. But hey, we got ourselves a little backpack. And I'm glad they made it an accessory item too. So it doesn't take like a glam slot or anything. Okay, meanwhile in Limsa Lominsa. Oh, Estinian.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
He's like, where's out west? He can't even think of it. Well, obviously Estinian is joining us. Meanwhile, in Old Charlian, let me guess, like Thancred and or Yerstola, Urianje. Reading a letter. There we go.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember.
Yo, why is he looking right at the camera?
Come, my friend. We make for Tural.
Oh, you know what? This is starting to make sense why the scions are going to be divided. This is definitely making sense now.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Of course, Emmett Selk being there at the last moment. Yep. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Growing Light Part 2 completed. Tomorrow's unknown. Alright, well, that is the end of Endwalker. Pre-Dawntrail. And I guess you could say Growing Light Part 2. I guess I will be seeing everybody once again for more juicy story in the next 4 to 5 months or so. Whenever Dawntrail comes out, but I'm getting that Shadowbringers feeling all over again. I'm so excited. That was nice.